Riot just announced some interesting changes coming in patch 14.22 on how the mid lane works. The first change focuses on the side lane minion move speed. Since last year, they had a bonus movement speed of 120 in the first 14 minutes of the game to discourage extreme levels of roaming. This made it so that all minions will crash into the towers at the same time as the mid lane minions, putting the side lane champions into a safer zone in case of roaming. This totally killed roaming, and everyone seemed to dislike this change at the time. But now, after 1 year, Riot wants to finally bring it back. Starting with patch 14.22, side lane minions will still have a bonus movement speed, but instead of being 120 the entire time, it will gradually decrease starting with wave 2 until minute 14. This change will create about 2 perfect roaming windows, during which the minion wave will be distinct enough for the mid laner to catch the enemy off guard. The minion movement speed after minute 14 remains unaffected. The game should feel exactly the same in the mid to late phase. Another change aimed at roaming is the barrier nerf. Instead of giving from 120 to 480 shield, it will give 100 to 460 shield. The reason behind this nerf is due to the barrier becoming the most popular summoner spell for AD carries, which apparently isn't what Riot intended. They had hoped to see it used more in the mid lane as a primary summoner spell after the 14.10 patch changes, but that clearly isn't happening. So the only solution now is to nerf it back a bit, which will supposedly encourage AD carries to pick cleanse, heal or something else. Reducing the use of barrier in the bot lane will make AD carries a lot more squishier, which will also encourage roaming. This is a huge change, and honestly I don't know how to feel about it. On one hand, it's cool that the mid lane assassins finally got some attention, but on the other hand, we'll have to deal with even more AD carry crybabies in our matches.